Hi guys, and welcome back to Josie's World. If you are new, welcome to my channel. In today's video, I just kind of wanted to update you guys still about, what's been going on with my life here now that I'm a military spouse living on base. And so yeah, I guess I want to start off by kind of telling you guys a little bit about this new change that has happened in their lives. I don't know if other spouses can relate to this. For me, I've been having a little bit of a hard time adjusting to certain things about my marriage. For one, we are young, and I really wasn't aware of how sometimes, with our spouses going to work, they can have stressful situations. They do work a lot, so by the time he gets home, I can tell that he is a little stressed. And sometimes we kind of clash. Being able to communicate to my husband about certain things will be really hard because I'm really impulsive too, and so if I want to get something done, I literally tell him you have to do it right away. And I don't know, sometimes I may come across as rude or something like that, and so yeah, we've been clashing a lot about that. And I did speak to a couple people. I've been getting a lot of advice lately, and I think that it's something that you definitely do have to work on with your spouse. We have communicated a lot about these issues, and hopefully it gets better. Our communication. Once again, we are young and we're still learning a lot. It is a little bit hard to adjust, especially if you are used to how your spouse was a certain way before they entered the Army. Sometimes it's a good thing, and sometimes they pick up bad habits. And so yeah, that's pretty much the only thing that we've been trying to work on. But on the bright side, you guys, I have met some friends. Yay! Finally! I was a little sad at the beginning because even though we don't live too far from Charlotte, it was a little bit depressing because I didn't know anybody here on base. And so I'm not really an extrovert person. I'm more of an introvert. And yeah, sometimes people think that I'm all giddy and outgoing, but not really. I'm really shy. And so I was trying to, get out there. I did mention that I was going to the new parent support program thing, which is kind of they have a Fit for Mom thing. But I ended up not continuing that just because, first of all, I hate working out. And I know I have to work out because, being a mom, I want everything to be back to where it used to be. But I don't know, I just, for some reason, I wasn't feeling it. And I remember when I went there, they would ask me to do certain stuff, and I would be like, what's that? And they probably thought it was dumb or something, because honestly, you guys, I don't work out. Literally, the only times I probably worked out was in high school, and that's about it. I mean, I like going for runs and jogging, but other than that, I am really lazy when it comes to working out. So yeah, that didn't really work out. And so one day, my husband and I decided to take our son to the park, and we came across this girl and her son, and he was so cute, and I was like, he must be a little older than Hardison. That's what I was thinking, because my husband and I were kind of betting. I was like, I bet you he's older than him. And my husband was like, no, he's probably younger, about his age. I'm like, no, he has to be older. He's already walking. This little boy was walking everywhere, and I think he was even running. So I was like, oh my gosh, I hope he's older than him. And so I finally came up to her, and I asked her how old her son was, and she said that he had just turned 1. And I was like, oh my goodness, my son just turned 1 too. And I was like, when did he turn 1? And she was like, November 16th. And I was like, my son just turned 1 on November 15th. So I was like surprised, and I was like, that is so cool. A little jealous at the fact that he was walking already, but you know, every baby walks at their own pace, or at their own time. So yeah, I was just kind of surprised because I really did think that he was a little older. And so yeah, we just started talking from there, and kind of hit it off. And so she was literally the first friend that I made here on base. And if you're watching this, Karina, shout out to you. You already know that I was going to shout you out. But yeah, and after I became friends with her, she just pretty much connected me with like other Facebook groups and stuff like that. And you know, I'm really grateful that I met her, because honestly, I don't think I would have met any of the other girls that I've already met now if it wasn't for her. We went to a sock party. It was so much fun. I met this girl named Jacqueline. She's such a sweetheart. Haley, Jasmine, I'm still trying to remember names, but they're all so sweet. Maricela, oh my gosh, she's like family. I haven't had a bad experience yet, just because, first of all, I'm not into drama, and you know, I'm a mom. I feel like I'm an old soul too. Like, I don't like to deal with drama. I really don't. I have more important things in my life than to have that, you know, in drama that is unnecessary in my life. So that's probably why I haven't really had any bad experiences just yet. I did meet another YouTuber that lives here on base too. She's pretty famous, you guys. So when I met her, I was like, oh my god, like I'm so nervous, but she is so down to earth. I have been hearing some horror stories about other spouses, like how they can be and stuff like that, but like I said, I still haven't came across anybody like that. I do remember watching like a YouTuber talking about how bad of an experience it had been for her, and so that was kind of freaking me out, because I was like, oh no, like I don't want to come across something like that, because you know, when I was in high school, I do remember like having a lot of issues with girls. Growing up, I just like, from that experience, I pretty much just learned not to care about what other people say. And if somebody didn't really like me, then, you know, you can't force anybody to like you. Like, sometimes you just have to move on and meet other people. And so yeah, I just, maybe because I have that whole mindset, like I said, so far I haven't had any bad experiences. We're probably going to get to the park in a little bit, and you guys will see my son. He had been sick for a couple days, almost like a week. Unfortunately, he got like a really bad cough or a cold, I don't know. He was coughing really bad, and then he couldn't breathe through his nose, so he had to breathe through his mouth. And then all of a sudden, like, he got pink eye. And honestly, I think that the reason why he got pink eye was because when he had a really runny nose, he would be like tugging at his eyes, and sometimes like his little boogers would go up there. When I saw him doing that, I was like, oh no, like he might get an infection there. And he kept doing that, and I kept wiping his nose, and it wouldn't go away. And so, needless to say, the next morning, he woke up with pink eye. My husband didn't think it was pink eye, and I was like, I think it is. It kind of looks like it. And so we went to the ER because I just wanted them to give us like a diagnosis, like an official diagnosis, and like prescribe him something so he could get better. He also had been having some fevers. And so yeah, luckily everything was okay. They took some x-rays and it was just like an ear infection and pink eye, and yesterday he finally got better. And so I'm grateful for that. You know, when my son gets sick, I don't know, I freak out. It's just, I guess it's a mommy thing, I don't know, but you know, just seeing him like in pain and sick, it makes me really sad. And so like when my husband took him to get his x-rays, the doctor was like, only one parent can go in, and it has to be the tough one because they're going to be holding him down. And I was like, oh, not me, because I'm probably going to cry. So when my husband took him back, I could hear him screaming because I guess he didn't want to like stay still, and like it literally made me want to cry. Like I was just kind of like, oh my god, like I hope he's not in pain. And so after he got out, he was just like calm and like hugging me. And so yeah, we'll go to the park here on base, and I'll just film a little bit. It's so hard to place this camera on something without it sliding. Yeah, I still haven't gotten anything to hold my camera while we're on the car, or driving in the car, so sorry for the bad angle. There are two main parks around base that we know of that are really big and are in really nice areas. One of them is near a lake, so that's really neat, and then my favorite one is by like an airfield or airport. I don't know what it's called. You can't film or take pictures of like the airfield, but I think they won't mind if I bring my camera to film my son in the park. So I don't know the name of it. My husband said it's something like something called Air Force something.
Air Force Base?
That. Can't really see him. He's being camera shy for the first time. I don't know why. He's typically like wanting to be on camera, but I think the issue right now is that I told him not to be too crazy, and my husband is crazy. Like he likes to my husband likes to speak in different accents, which he's kind of good at. Like he's good at his British accent.
Just give me like a little dollar beard.
You're gonna scare him. So, at the place we just ate, Don Ramon's. What is it? What is that?
This place?
Yeah. They had this little thing set up, and they had this guy that could dress up like Santa Claus. And my son, I was hoping he was gonna sit down this time with him, but he freaked out again. So a while ago at a Christmas tree lighting in Fort Bragg, we waited this long line just so that we could get a picture taken with Santa Claus. Yeah, just so that they could take a picture with he could take a picture with Santa Claus. But by the time he got there, he just screamed, and everybody was just quiet because I guess they were shocked at how loud that scream was. And so yeah, he did not want to be near him. And so this time I'm over here hoping that he's gonna be okay, because he saw the guy before he dressed up, but no, he wasn't having it. So I'm gonna show you guys a picture of Hardison and Santa Claus. My husband had to sit next to him because like he wasn't having it. Right? And so that's why he wants to buy like a beard. Why do you want to buy the beard?
This is funny.
It's not funny. But yeah, we're heading back to base now, and just chill. Oh yeah, the gate is so close here. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.